Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Sogdian Saga with the Lunatic in charge, Shah Khosrow of Sogdiana, who's still relatively young, 23 years old, currently patrolled with this young mannequin girl who is from that big old Khaganate with all the tributaries. What happened to your tributary states? You used to have some of them, or you released all of them as the others got bigger? Okay, well, there's one. I mean, he used to have like 4 tributary states. Or nomad tributary, we should say. A nomad tributary. I guess some of them became independent, or some got assimilated by other cognates. And I'm sure if this gets powerful one day, and if they ever get beaten, once Kyrgyz, continues their growth, we hopefully, for them to fight each other one day. Because we don't want that too big, otherwise it could potentially rival Khazaria. I mean, you know how in past playthroughs, like sometimes it's the Byzantine Empire that's our main protagonist. Sometimes it's the Abbasids that are our main antagonist. But I guess for now, our main antagonists of the series are these big cognates up north. I mean, there could be more problems in the future, such as this growing kingdom of Xia, which is a tribal kingdom of the Boon faith. At least, doesn't appear that any of them. Nope, there's 2. 2 members of the Sentinels of Light, which is their warrior lodge. Although we are not yet bordered with them because, the mountain range, has made it impassable in this area. But, if there was ever room for expansion for Sogdiana, I would like to vassalize this. Actually, we cannot vassalize them because they just became a Shahdom. Which means if we ever wanted those areas, well then, I guess we found a place to fight them in potential, holy wars, or at least chip away a bit with, de jure ducal claims. I mean, a little expansion doesn't hurt. I mean, it sure beats vassalization, which could add more problems for Sogdiana, which, in terms of population-wise, it would make those Buddhists, compared to the Zoroastrians here, it would make the Buddhists the majority in terms of population in the kingdom, or Shahdom, so to speak, of Sogdiana. But, no need to expand right now. Let's just hold our first ever, I never thought it would happen this way, hold our first ever Jeshanit Saded festival. It's a Zoroastrian festival. I'll spend 50 gold for this, because I don't know what I'm going to do with that money, so I thought it's about time to spend a little. According to legend, Persian King Hushang discovered the secrets of fire in the hollowed past, and brought it to benefit all people. We Muslims celebrate with the Jeshanit Saded festival. It is held to honor fire and to defeat the forces of darkness, frost, and cold. Send out the invitations. And of course, people who are Buddhists, heretics, and Nestorian Christians, of the lesser extent from over there, will not come here because they don't believe in that sort of thing. See what I mean? These are the Buddhist satraps, or Ekshids. Yeah, I figured out the correct pronunciation in the Sogdian language. It's Ekshid. The spelling of I-K-H, you pronounce it like a letter S. No, excuse me, X. Ekshid. Despite the fact that you are a Nestorian Christian, you actually came here. A festive mood is in the air. Bonfires are being built near the temples and lakes. Fathers are taking their sons to gather wood for pyres, while the women prepare food for the festival. Whoever does not give a branch, may God not grant their wish. By God, you mean Ahura Mazda, or Mazna, Zoroaster, or Sirvan. Yes, some of the fires are lit. Soon the fires are lit. As part of the Jeshanit Saga vessel, the Nomads bless their communities of Ateshniyish, the lenity of fire. As a sovereign, I'm expected to attend a ceremony in my capital. Oh wow, 5 years of effect for morale armies? You should use that before going to war. Or alternatively, become a lunatic and yell out the name of the High God for my foolish behavior. No need for that. Listen, I may be a lunatic, but I see great things in the future of Sogdiana. Because there is a certain someone in the realm that will one day be a great ruler. Let's just say this blessing shall aid me in battle because I have a military education. Fires are lit. A group of priests carried a sacred fire to the throne. My vassals follow them and are directed to their seats by servants. Let us celebrate the glory of Ormazd. At least we make quite a bit of money for the local tax. The celebrations are finally over. I feast on the bountiful food while outside the bonfires are burnt out. Having successfully driven away the demons of frost and cold, soon the light of summer shall be upon us. Until next time. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. As you can see, the first name on the top of this, Marzelban Ramtish, that's the Christian from Dashwoods. It's kind of interesting he came to this festival, despite the fact that he's a Christian and not a Zoroastrian like most of us here in Sogdiana. It ups the vassal opinion for a bit, for about 5 years. Until next time. Anybody on the bounty board? Because, as of recent, I killed 2 guys. Well, some of them, yeah, there was this man. Slain in a chaotic battlefield duel. This man I slain in personal combat. Remember, these 2 tell the story here. That was my ex-wife who murdered my father, who didn't even rule for too long. He ruled like 4 months. And then there's Mayor Khosrow, not Shah Khosrow. Given it 2 years' time, and I know what else I'm going to do with that money. And earlier, I mentioned there is a person around here that could be beneficial to the future of Sogdiana. There's Korush, who's just a newborn, is born a genius. When he grows up to be 12, so give it until November 8th, 36, cast a vote on a nephew. For now, it's just going to be Shahzada Tarkun. Shahzada means prince in the Iranian languages. Why'd you take it over? Is it because he's too old and he has to retire? Strange that you would take it over yourself inside of this here temple. At least there's more capable Nomads here. Hold on. I always get those confused. Oh yeah, it's all of you. Yeah, we need to up on the military organization because one day we can move into nomadic territory without problems. Start with that. In economy advances, it's improved the keeps because it gives us castle walls too. Build up walls faster and get a little income out of this. And one day, we got to invest in legalism if we want the late feudal administration, or tolerance just to give women positions of spy master if need be. But I don't think there's any rush. So once this is finished next year, build the walls up. Feroz is obsessed with his looks. He often avoids playing with other children for the fear of getting his clothes dirty or to ruin his hair. Feroz Rada. This would remove the haughty part. Can make you either ambitious or big groom. But I know it's not good for my dynasty to have an elective monarchy succession, but it's good for the vassals. You know what? It's fine. I don't need more competition. As I said, don't give it to don't cast your vote on other people who are ambitious. Just pick the ones who are well qualified and give it a couple of years' time. Maybe, Korush may be the most qualified ruler that Sogdiana's ever had since Roxana. Which isn't that long ago, because based on when Roxana passed, she died 5 years ago, so the memory is still relatively fresh for those who remember her. It just feels like a lifetime ago, you know? Alright, build the walls up. But again, due to that lack of domain size because of my skills, I had to give this Og to him. And when that time comes, gotta give it back. So instead we'll continue investing here in Afrasiyab in Samarkand province. Anything that would make the place prosperous would be good for the realm. Oh yes, and we're still trying to assassinate this ugly girl. Well, not a girl, but a grown-ass woman. What's my combat skill looking like? For once, I'll try to move on. Follow my mother's footsteps. Oh, evenly matched, but he's brawny, but not die, so I may get beaten for this. Oh. Didn't even stand a chance. It's alright. There's more for improvement. Continue your training. Yeah. Roxana went undefeated and had a defeat. I took a good look at myself and I thought about my weaknesses and strengths, and after many hours searching I've realized I have many strengths but more weaknesses, because everyone deserves respect and I will give it to them. I gain a humble trait. I'm sure those who are humble around here will feel the same way. Again, guy bruised my head and torso. Hey. We got 2 people besides me. Who else is voting? Tarkun, you voted for yourself. Alright. Now, let me see. That's Tarkun of Organa, not Tarkun of Sogdiana. I got the 2 Tarkuns mixed up. Now, why do you vote for Brother Tarkun, Mr. Extra Tarkun? Trust judging ruler like, I like him, and he's Sogdian, prestigious, patient, but doesn't trust the judgment of a lunatic ruler, which is talking about me. But the only rule is deceitful and too young. Oh, so you consider 17 is too young to you? Were you into seniority? Well, you just wait. We may have another potential candidate for you. Let's just make a little money, like say 400, and we should start looking for another resource, because those 2 resources here of the tannery in Bukhara and the shipping community in Samarkand, one of those 2 is going to be expired soon. So once we get up to 400 gold, then we'll spend it on looking for another resource, which in time we would have a resource either in Urushana or Nakshab or even Khiva. Which Khiva is becoming a neglected province because that often gets raided. Even a city was destroyed there. Ah, brother. Despite the fact that you have syphilis, at least you could be used for something. I mean, you are the commander, one of the commanders of Sogdiana. And you're a lunatic just like me. Alright, it's time to kill your wife. She'll die by poisoned wine. If I become a known murderer, so be it. That's on you. I've become just like Grandma. Oh, start looking for that already. You did save 400 gold to start searching the domain for resources. Searching for resources in my domain will involve a long and expensive expedition, but it has potential to bring a lot of ducats or goods for years to come. I'll receive reports from the survey teams every few months. We will send out this first survey teams. Well, brother got her. Raiders. Go pick up a few. Yeah, it's those blasted raiders again. And raiders over here. But don't worry. If I ever get into combat with those commanders, that means more duel experience. Typically we just bring up whole armies, but I just want to see if we make a difference here. None of them involve me or my dynasty. Here's the ugly duckling. I don't know if it's good enough to drive out the raiders, because these guys are mainly light cavalry, heavy cavalry, and some horse archers. Well, we are a mixed bag. But good old Tarkun, the holy warrior, will soon pass, and this old duelist who loves to fight. We'll take a bit of a disadvantage on crossing the river just to get over there. And the Ferganan troops will assist us on fighting against the raiders. Well, actually, we'll assist them since they've started it. Not good. But the duelist is holding on. Hope you get a fight. No commanders were killed nor captured. Right. Now we will drive out this lot. And we got more. We forgot most of the troops come from Bukhara, because that one has a history of resistance. And they, well, disappeared. Poof, disappeared. Wait a minute, that means, yes, Parthian blood. Oh, I got an idea. Since I have intentions for Korush to be the future ruler of Sogdiana, I am going to get you betrothed immediately. Just to let you know. And it will be matrilineal, so that way, if I had children, then we'll continue to have children, and therefore, 3 bloodlines. So whenever Khosrow's rule begins, when elected, and he will have the first distinction to be of the tradition of the and it's between niece and nephew. So this is a cousin marriage, I think, if I get my family tree right. Not to mention this would potentially have, again, same dynasty, so therefore, one matrilineal transfer, her children in the future will have these three bloodlines. Which means after Khosrow's reign, and whoever would be the next ruler, gets to have the benefits of great warriors when you are a Zoroastrian. But now, what would be a fitting name for the future? Benebshin. I was looking for that word. Because I don't want to say queen, because we want to keep it traditional here in Sogdiana. Thinking of Roxana, but anything else? Any other suggestions? Because I'll take Roxana, just anything that sounds good for a Sogdian woman. Not too long and not too short. I was about to say, we should name it after the two Daryas, the Darya and the Syr Darya. So yeah, it'll be named after that river. We could assume it's named after that. And I am a skilled tactician now. This should even the odds a little. Hey, you it. Let's go get him. Take another river across the county. This one has no heavy cavalry, so we should be... No. Let's engage those guys. We'll link up with the rest and drive these guys out here before they bring them down. I'm sitting on the floor of my bedchamber wearing one of my shoes as a hat when suddenly a man-sized golfer enters the room. It is dressed as a maid. When I shout in alarm, the rodent squeaks and skitters away in panic. I chase it down the hall only to find a terrified maid cowering on the floor. Where did the gopher go? Did you say? Battle just started, and one would think this probably happened in the bedchamber of, since I'm over there, of my camp. This is what I'm going to have to deal with here. People have to put up with my lunacy and raiders. Let's wait for them to link up. It's going to take 20 days, but there might be time. We don't have any organizers, do we? No, sir. Is there any able-bodied man that is an organizer? No, sir. And we can't use women as commanders unless they're members of the Warrior Lodge. Or any of it? No. Unless you would see them dressed in distinctive clothing. Because it's... Yeah, that's a pretty good question. But the problem is, they wouldn't accept it. Unless there are commanders in the realm, and we can't divide them in accord, but I figured out a way. Because I just did a research on it. By research, I mean experimenting. Ideas came up in the head while I was walking outside exercising, because that's where I get my thoughts from. Not to join, but any great characters in the realm that can join. Look, we have a siege master, but he's from Kashgar. We can't invite him. You're not a married man, are you? Oh, he is. Last. Sogdian Saga. Okay. Plus, he's very gouty. And we know Tarkun is one of my commanders. Ah, Shia Levantine, that's why. Because, you know, over there in Iraq, there's a Shia Caliphate. One's landed, one's for one of my commanders. It's in prison. Good lord, Carl. Where'd you get those skills? You know you're ambitious and whatnot. And she is the heir to the Satrapy of Copton. Oh boy. Is she ever. And there is a member of the Eagle Wars, but he's from a clan and the heir to that cognate, as Tarkun holds him prisoner. Maybe those were the raiders from earlier. But no organizers as far as I could see. No. Not at all. Okay. Hopefully I pick up another thing for leadership traits. Let's go. Hurry up before they completely raid the place. We can drive them out together. This time, the location of the land is right next to the border of another realm. Their nobles will most likely see this as an insult. 61 gold, that doesn't cost much. Good thing we're investing in this sort of thing. Oh, they got real good commanders. Khosrow, you haphazard brute. The shell carries throughout the steppe. We're fighting a close battle alongside my personal guards. In the distance I see enemy reinforcements come our way. Listen, I begin, my soldiers. Well, can't get organizer now, but you know what we have that you don't? Each other. Roxana was never really an inspiration, but it's about time that I get these guys inspired. Fight better. I cannot capture any of their commanders. There's only one holding. You guys can't handle it. Brother. This is on you, alright? I'm sorry, this is a big country where it takes a long time to get our troops across. He's gonna suck this country dry with that loot. You're a little old for this, but why not? What are you up to this time? Kill the chief. You know what? I don't mind one bit. Is there a way we can... I mean, you've done it before. Can't back the plot because that's in his realm, not mine. He's not independent. I'll let him get away with it. I don't care if he becomes a known murderer again. And you done jinxed yourself. Done jinxed yourself. Choice of words. Yeah, we got the money. Let's have another step warrior lodge for more heavy infantry and more cavalry. Especially the cavalry. Because we're trying to be eventually a cavalry-oriented army where we'll try to have more cavalry than infantry, but that's only if you have retinues. But retinues are expensive upkeep and we don't have much of it because this is a relatively young Shahdom. I was about to say, am I not already brave? Oh yeah, I am. Big mistake. Anyone else? Good. At least we gain some experience over time. How's our neighbors doing? Are you in any way shape? No, you're fine. At least you're getting your troops back up to strength, and hopefully you survive Regency. But at least your regent isn't ambitious, but he is possessed in a lunatic, which can be a problem. And we wait for that treaty to expire so we can finish off what's left of the Bajanid Emirate. And fight the Pechenegs to take that one county in a de jure war, or liberation war. Am I already your No. Go ahead. I'm not trying to gain trades, it's just have these things memorized. On what to do or what not to do. At least all the vassals are looking positive now. Which, again, my reign began 5 years ago. Or so. No, 7. 6 years. And give it time and we'll switch it to agnatic cognatic so we could get to vote for any women that may be qualified to rule Sogdiana. Even if they don't like it for traditional reasons. Now I'm a trained fighter. Continue your training. Follow the footsteps of Grandmother. While I try to continue to sway you and see if I can pick up the sympathy for Christian traits, and then I would have to start swaying him and pick up the sympathy for Eastern religions. Large storms are threatening this area this time of year. It will most likely slow down the research teams. I'll buy them proper tires. See, this is why I have that amount of money for. Even though we're not getting money from the silk, because as they're having a golden age over there, they are keeping it closed. So no country outside of China is getting that silk money. I mean, I can force it open, which, you know, if you do that, there's a method. We could either beat them in a war, which is highly unrecommended in this early playthrough because you are not at their full strength. If you recall the past wars with China back in the previous series with India. Or negotiating a treaty, which I don't know what that is because I've never done it before. But I'm thinking about it, you know, the negotiating treaty part. But if I was going to be if I was to be in a position of negotiations, I'm gonna need to be increasing that diplomacy skill a bit. Well, there is one way. So let's talk strategy. And I could switch another switch a focus. Like I'm thinking about. It's like, look, no doubt we can be rich without the silk money, which no doubt we'll manage. But I kind of need a war focus to, you know, we're still rebuilding the main troops, which we can be over 5,000 strong, nearly 6,000 strong, in fact. As we, you know, continue to build, and the militia training ground eventually, and then the training grounds, so we can reinforce a bit faster. We thought about considering, I don't know, tributary wars. Like we thought about expanding up to their realm. I mean, we could easily beat them by chipping away pieces of territory. I thought maybe for a time we should extort tribute from them. Their land is not rich, but still, we need something out of them. Or make them a tributary state. Which of course can cause problems in the future when you're serving to somebody else. And one thing I hope for that Shia Caliphate is, please invade the Abbasids. Weaken them because they still threaten Zoroastrian interests in the region. It would be fun if they invade the Mecca and Medina areas. A holy site that would definitely help out the moral authority for the Shia, but not so much for the Sunnis. And give it 100 years' time, or so, they'll be going after each other in jihads. one thing I hope for in the future. How could he not be impressed? Well, to be fair, you're just a naive appeaser. Oh, you did join the community St. Abraham, because on the previous episode I thought it's like, if you want to be less envious, you should join a monastic society and get better with that god of yours. Not spending on a grand tournament, because that costs 200, and we're currently spending on money looking for resources, and we can't ransom anyone because nobody can afford it, and none of these guys are willing to pay to get their women back. Let's have another shot. Oh, this one will be a little easier. Now I'm a veteran, which means you can hire warrior commanders, go on a war pilgrimage, and raise an army during a time of war. Which, of course, you need a lot of glory for that. And I can finally marry my wife, who, if only she was a member of the Eagle Warriors, I would definitely put her in the front line for being a siege leader, as she has sympathy for pagan religions. I mean, I ain't no pagan, but listen, you may be a heretic, but you and I are going to get along. I'll marry you, and we'll have children together, but my children will not be the next rulers of Sogdiana. No. I married you just to simply prevent these guys from ever threatening our realm, even if they make us pay tribute to them. And speaking of payment, let's spend it on something else. Oh, good timing. Techush, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. War for the Step Warrior launch? How many tiers are they? Because I would continue to say yes for more heavy infantry and yes for more cavalry. Cavalry is the order of the day. Even if my steward isn't good at building, as he's, sick with the flu, which no doubt he'll get well soon. Khotanese, you're fighting each other. Well, you have more troops than you do. Tatus the Conqueror, who is the chief and a vassal to Khotan, just took another piece of county at Sariko. Yeah, that area belongs to Shaka people. And you did convert to Shaka culture. Alright. We're all Iranians here. Okay, we're rivals now, but look at him. He's a kinslayer. Hey, you and me, let's fight right now. Because I need to continue my duel experience. Spineless, cruel coward. What are they like on this state of affairs? Like if we ever declare war against them. Oh yeah, we could take them on in a Jure Claim War for this part. Because you gotta give it to brother here. I mean, I think it's about time for a war. And we can create the Duchy of Pamir if we wanted to. By Duchy, you mean Satrapy of Pamir. But the problem is, who the heck am I going to give it to? I mean, give it to these guys, but they're Tengri. And having a Tengri vassal would cause a bit of a trouble. Which I'm surprised they haven't... Well, to be fair, they don't have the manpower because the guy took it. Took it for himself. Idea. for now, no. This man will be the regent, even though he's a Buddhist. I will not create that title unless you create it for yourselves. We can have a non-aggression pact with them alternatively. No holy war because, you know, those other countries who are Tengri are gonna join up. So this entire half is Manichaean, and the western half is Tengri, and the steppes. What the? Miscellaneous heresy? We're gonna have some problems here. I mean, yeah. As much as how we dealt with heretics of Zoroastrianism, now there's heretics of Nestorianism there. Uprising could come up anytime soon. So, just have a Jure Claim so no other country can intervene. Just him and the clans. One little war, right? As we get our armies together. Let them come on down here and we'll deal with them. Yeah, the large farmlets might make could hold many riches, but interrupting work of my pets could cause some issues like famine. I'll send my sickly Darik pet to deal with that. And I hope you deal with that heresy of yours. Yeah, he's called out his friends, so that'll be over 2,000. Yeah, over 2,000, nearly 3,000 strong, in fact. Just hope none of these guys are members of the Eagle Warriors. No, none of them are. Even with that man in prison. Some really good. Except for the one in prison. Matter of fact, he's in his prison. Yeah, they're still around, the Kurmaz heretics, but as long as they're not landed, that's good. Oh, you guys joined. Because I forgot. Tributary. Goofs. Yeah, here comes the Horde. I guess we'll have to deal with these guys first, and then... Well... Okay, dang it, because if you go one way, then you're gonna have to go the long way around. Makes you want to hire cheap mercenaries just to defeat these guys. Or better yet, build up some fortifications. It won't cost you much, but it'll do for a time. And I'll spend my So random of you. Oh! Sorry about this. We need a competent one. And get those fortifications built fast just to stall them. Wait, it's only one holding. One's already looted. And we'll let them come down here. We'll deal with them. And we'll go up and we will fight them around nearby then. You got time to catch up. We ain't got time now. And a heretic uprising could pop up anytime. And we'll deal with them too. Go for the loyalists. Danish Drythroat. I remember you. Okay, we drove them out of here. Just drive them all the way over there. As we will continue to build the fortifications. Just to stall them. It's surprising how often Ramtish and I found ourselves debating theology during a visit. I suppose it was inevitable when two people of wildly different beliefs spend such a long period together. I was honored to host an ambassador from the Moon King. Just can't help myself of being a lunatic still. Alright, fortifications are finished, so now they'll have a bit of a harder time in taking the area. Tarquin's passed. Whoa, wait a minute. Who did I just see as one of my commanders? Who are you? Sogdian Kurumasta, member of the Eagle Warriors. Patron deity is Nanaya. And he's the hero. One of the heroes of that warrior lodge. How do you like that? But we're not getting good commanders these days. So. Brother Hormuz, it's time for you to earn your pay. If only we have organizers still. Fighting skills improved. Continue your training. Now they're going after Brother's home. Brother Tarkam. Then Brother Hormuz is the commander. Mind you. When you get well soon, which you do, and when this thing expires, I'll put you back in the council. I promise you that. It appears there's a non-knowledgeable number of ruffians and bandits in the area who would be too dangerous to send my men without protection. Send my Uranspabo to deal with it. He'll be fine. And I don't want to lose the domains, the levy size of the domain. Because it's wartime already. Now here's the real battle. This hunchback of a man is fighting well. Just some Sogdian boy who's not Buddhist. Come on, more inspiration. And I'm gonna be a skilled fighter soon. The strong never rest, and I become a skilled fighter. Yep, getting better and better. Continue with your training. Never stop. You'll be just like Roxana. You may be a lunatic, but at least you have an eye for talent. Retake those holdings quick, there's not much here. And then retake that. And then actually, since there's no holdings here, all you have to do is just occupy, build a fort, and lock the territory down. And don't go up there because it's winter time. That's how nomadic warfare works. picked up stubborn. He's a mercenary from the Basma's band of his ethnic group. Okay, it's occupied. Now all you have to do is build a fort, wait a couple of days, and then it's locked. Don't leave the post. And then we'll have to work our way up here, take their capital, and their clan's capitals. That's how you're supposed to win. Again, it's 0% that the county's on our control. It may look occupied now, but not fully. Since there are no holdings here, you gotta build a fort, and then it'll be fully occupied. In a way. For those who are unfamiliar with dealing with nomads. That's a lesson in war right here. So there. Now we control it. Now let's retake this holding. They're having a bit of a revolt up there. Oh, they want a different Khan. If they succeed, does that mean Kyrgyz will break out? Going down to Kiva again, and those defenses better work. Otherwise we'll be building walls next. Oh dang, why didn't I marry you? And you're still young, you're brawny, you're quick. Despite the faith differences, but since you live in my court, like if you marry somebody that is of a completely different faith, that they call you infidel, but if they reside in your court, you can marry them without penalties, without the ruler says, I'm sorry, we will not marry you because our faith doesn't allow marriage of your kind. But when a person of her faith lives in the court, anything goes. Fair game. Hey, you married by any chance? Wait, who on? Almost. Oh, I don't know about that because he's septic. He could pass away anytime soon. Oh yeah, Peroz, the younger brother. I got a match for you. This woman just arrived here. You'll do. Hope you get along, even though she's having a bit of chest pains, and I hope... No, she'll see through it. And sympathy for Muslim religion, so it's good. It's very good. See? This is coming from a lunatic ruler. Oh no, we're gonna catch these guys, not them. Guess the battle will be beginning on the 13th. Not a chance. I guess they're gonna go the long way around. Don't build anymore. Actually, we can build all the way to stage level 6 for Steppe Warrior Lodge, but it's going to cost you more and more money the further up it goes. A disease. Big old measles epidemic. Hope it doesn't come to Samarkand. Because we just do not have a sophisticated hospital structure. It'll be easy. Ah, shut up. Jump attack. And a jump attack again. And there they are. If we can capture the Kagan, that would be a victory for Sogdiana. Dry throat? They call him Dry Throat because he was a chattermouth. Stop. Okay, here's the deal. Once the movement's locked in Samarkand, move in. August 30th. Let's go. Nobody will stop us this time. There is still time in your life to worship Ahura Mazda. My wife has pneumonia. But it's a mild illness. Oh, she'll be alright. I'd call the court physician and see if we can have her treated. If you screw her up, then there's going to be hell to pay. You'll probably end up amongst the bodies of our enemies here in the capital. Ask courtiers to leave court. I was about to say, is there a bit of an overload? Oh, we've reached a limit. Oh dear, too many people here. Which means I gotta get rid of some of these, like any infidels or heretics that reside in my court, please leave. There's no more room here. You're next. Yep, we've reached over the limit. And when you have that court, size over the limit, I was about to say, doesn't it mess with your taxation and whatnot for having too many people around? I mean, this is what I mean. People like that. Like I could have you married off and go live somewhere else. Yeah, we'll do something about that. A brave doll woman. So let's just finish the war. It's not that big of a deal yet. There's too many mouths to feed in this court. That's what's happening here. Now I'm a brilliant strategist and will remain humble. Okay. We'll pay for that. Shoot, go up there. Doesn't hurt much when you spend a little more on the garrison. Just do not worry, alright? There's just too many people living in our court. And telling them to leave, give her to auspicious stars. Alrighty. Yeah, but the question is, so look for the court. Anybody that's not a Zoroastrian? Actually, prisoners do count up on a court size, so wish I could banish them all. And some of them live in other places or from other courts, so all I could say is, hey, get out of here. No, it doesn't. Oh, wait, I remember. In the update, prisoners don't count as living in your court anymore. It's just this thing is kind of deceiving. More inspiration. Yet when you tell these characters to leave your court, you lose a little bit of prestige. So any less talented ones can leave. And there's a couple of Tengris here. Yeah, don't care. You can go back to where you originally came from. You stay here because there might be some use to you, even though... No. You're too old for this. And plus, you're the former gold... Oh, wait, he's my Darya Satrapy. Never mind. I misread that part. The boy genius, still alive. Some are Zoroastrians. One living here is an historian, but master schemer. Oh, no. Please, leave. Just go to Dashowitz. That's where you're supposed to be. Because I can't have you around in my court, because if there was going to be an assassination, she would be the likely murderer. I don't want that. Oh yeah, and don't forget, plenty of Buddhists. And no weak people around here. She returns to India. Mother, I guess you could stay because you're my mother. A couple of Sogdian Buddhists. You know what? You two leave together. Oh, you two again. Again, I lose a bit of prestige for this, so not that big of a deal. Just, like, please, make some room. Okay, get rid of 4 more. Of the less talented ones. Especially those with syphilis. And yes, I know there's Zoroastrians, but just please, make room. I was about to say, I hope you took your kid with you. You leave too. You're too old. Okay, 1 more. Another heretic. Plus, you're married to somebody who has landed, so get out. There. Made some room. And if you need to increase court size, if you don't want that situation to happen again, level up Majesty. Increases the court size quite a bit. Another lesson learned for you people. Because sometimes we just invite too many people. In Kiva, we found a wheat field. Oh dear. This is going to cost us quite a bit of money, but I could ask the Trade League for assistance. Since I'm an outsider, the Trade League will take a cut of the profits for a decade. Fine. Oh, they're going to bring it down definitely before we even get there. Stewardship. She's very good at stewardship. Yeah, we will lose our holding of our primary objective, but again, prisoners do not count up on the court size, as a reminder. Can't catch them, so I guess we'll retake this objective again. And we'll fight one more battle, one more critical victory, then that'll be it. Unless you want to take a risk to go take it to them. Oh no, there'll be a battle coming up. Esfandia. Yeah, like that name. Now build it again. We'll be there once it's finished. Let's go. Yeah, one more victory and we will win the war. Korush, the boy genius, who's already betrothed. Again, you're just about good with anything. I don't know what I would give you. Probably duty. Because, you know, him being command conscious can be either diligent or temperate. Both very valuable traits. Brother Hormuz was slain by Boru Tozban. Oh, they both killed each other. Okay. That's not what I had in mind. I did not send him to the battlefield to get himself killed. I was hoping he would improve his skills in battle, but he got into a fight, and they both killed each other. Sorry, Kodesh. I would regret to have you bring up this news that your parents are dead. But I would like to raise you personally, even though that already tells me that I'm an educator. No. I will be the one to raise you now. But don't mind me if I get a little, yeah. I'll just teach you of what I know best. I'll teach you what Khosrow knows best. I don't know about this, the long trip. Oh, here we go again. Again, who are you planning to kill? Oh yeah, the chief. Which I don't mind one bit. That's your business, not mine. The feeling of being watched and followed seemed to disappear overnight. I'm safe, no longer paranoid. Hope they don't change back to Nestorian, because you gotta tame these people. Or we would otherwise replace them with Zoroastrians. War scores at 100% because we control this area and hold it longer. If they can't take it back, you win. Did you a favor. But unfortunately, there's no holdings here unless you create a tribal land, which you don't personally control, but there's a bit of nomad agitation, which can last 100 years, so it's only a matter of time before the land splits again at the time of my passing. Let me see. I have Khotan, which means you can declare de jure for it, but you not really. If you want to move up here, unless we'll do you a favor if we want to be in a conflict with those guys. We can't vassalize them because they're a kingdom. They were a petty kingdom, but they ain't petty no more. Let's just deal with the raiders. Close. Hope he's born quick. Oh no, early. Juan Kanak. Yeah, that's a bit of a mouthful for those who aren't familiar with Sogdian name pronunciations. Just had to give him an unusual name for an hairless boy. But remember, the more children you have, it's going to increase the court size, and some of these people ain't going to like it. Oh, now they want to take all of this now. So, which means, with their conquest, like if we want these two counties to be under our control again, then, well, Liberation War is an option. But you would also have to be going up against Khazaria. fight these raiders one more time, then start making some money again. Because we fought a pretty long war. Oh, not again with this. You ain't gonna escape. In a crisis, we have to expel the Jews if we can't make more money should we ever be in debt. There. Now we can go home and rest. Oh, we don't have a marsh. You know, I thought about kicking you out, but no, we may need you. Just to train our troops, we need them reinforced fast, because we spent a great deal of time fighting in our war, so we'll make a little bit of money. What's our neighbor doing? Syr Satrapy. Oh, that's your mess, Amira. Who's very, very capable. If you were a member of a warrior lodge, I would have made you, but instead, you aspire for independence. Well, we need to start pleasing vassals in the future, because in fact it is time, but I have reigned at least 10 years, and now Kotal puts a vote on Tarkon. Haven't reigned for 10 years because my reign began in March, even though it's already April, so give it a moment. It'll change. There it is. Oh, I ain't gonna help him out. He's one of the enemies of the Syr Satrapy. Plus, it's a host claim. Who's host? Who wants it? Oh, Afghan Hindus. Never mind. Don't want to do that. I can get glory my own way. Anyways, now it's agnatic cognatic, which now women can inherit if only there are no eligible males. But since being an elected monarchy, you can choose a female character if need be, if the voters are willing to go for it, if they are 100% loyal to you, and they'll vote on it. Well, neighbor, what you doing? Oh, what have you done? Okay, you're winning on the Turkic invasion of them, from the Turkic band. Once worked with us. Monarch's conquest Khorasan. Oh gosh, that's trouble. I don't like it when people invade Khorasan, because it's a Zoroastrian holy site there. One would think Khorasan is the heart of Zoroastrianism. So we have to stop that eventual conquest. They could either take it over for themselves, it takes or vassalizes all towns in the duchies belong to Satrap. That's duked here. They're the same. He could carve up that land for himself. God dang it. And of course, by that time, we won't be making much money out here. Hate to do this, but we got to do it. Wait, anybody on the boundary board? No! Fast! Anybody want to play? No. How much would it gain if I get rid of the jewelry here? It will hurt the national tax modifier for a while. People are going to view me as arbitrary. I mean, I'm going to become arbitrary. There are no Jewish characters in the realm. I mean, there are. They're probably in somebody's realm. Somewhere. But they'll be out of here. I'll lose a bit of prestige. I'll lose a bit of diplomacy, which is kind of needed these days. Do it! Breaks my heart to do this. I decided to expel all the Jews from my realm. After the guards round the jewelry up, they are forced to depart in yet another large exodus for lands more friendly to their kind. They are allowed to keep many of their belongings, but I confiscate much of their gold. it shall go to the crown. It's just to maintain our army, just to save our Zoroastrian friend down there. Look at me. I'm arbitrary. This character could not care less about justice. A character flaw that is not appreciated by vassals or courtiers. So yeah, we expelled the Jews, and we can't welcome them back anytime soon. You can do that, but it will only happen on the reign of the next ruler, who will welcome the Jews back here. But that's good news. Alright, we're coming to rescue you. It'll take a while to get everybody assembled, but we can assemble in more friendly territory. Like, say, here. Without delay. It's 41 war score right now. We've only lost one battle. But again, his number of troops is about as strong as mine. Well, almost. If you got good commanders, that is. The question is, what are his commanders like? Somewhat better. Even he himself is. I suggest you better go get yourself some mercenaries. Even though you're dealing with 2 wars here. You're winning this one, and we'll soon help you out on that one. You could say, yeah, Khosrow is a bit of a bad guy. You're from, a newly independent The Ogre Khaganate's broken up. Who do I even have a pact to? No one. Her homeland is lost. She was Manichaean, but she turned Zoroastrian. They're all Manichaeans up there, but the Ogre Khaganate is broken up. Yeah, he was the one. Yeah. See what happened here. It happened last year. They broke up last year. And this here is what's left of it. But he still has his tributaries. But now, it's like, he's a suzerain of that, but he's a nomadic tributary to these guys. And Kyrgyz is not quite free yet. But they're out there. Yeah, the issue up in the steppes has become more and more complex. But now we have to worry about Big Bad Khazaria interfering in our affairs, unless the Pechenegs say so. Theirs are not strong, but the suzerain, when backed up, oh yeah, they could destroy us. Remember, if we declare war against the Pechenegs, 6,000 of their horde will come here, and their vassal troops, but not vassal ally, because that's not their business, because that's not his war. So, if he's in a defensive war in the future, then we can move in and liberate those 2 territories that are rightfully belong to Sogdiana. But now, as for you, I'll give it to you. Khaganate politics. We're not at full strength to take them on yet. The area is desert. He's occupying the territory pretty fast. Actually, move up to Toots. Don't let him get up there. That's the Turkic band, of what's left of them. Yeah, don't let them get the mountains. I mean, we can try to fight them in the desert, but it's risky. But most of them are infantry, some cavalry. Horse archers. I mean, the reason how I notice, mind you, look closely. LI, light infantry. HI, heavy infantry. LC, light cavalry. A is archers. ST, special troops. In this case of our respective cultures, horse archers. Okay, this ARG, at least it has a keep. It'll keep them slowed down. 90%, you should win this. And please go get yourself some mercenaries. I don't know what you're spending your money on, boy. Also, you took what? What did you just win? Conquest of... Oh yes, this county. Did your part of Khotan. You're doing him a favor. Doing her a favor, excuse me. Because she's the newest. Remember, he can't win a war if he... It's like he could take one more holding, but it will not make him surrender. That's why we have to stall for time to get everybody else over here. All I can say is please, please come here before they finish it off. Plus most of their troops are light infantry, while ours is a mixed batch with mostly heavy infantry. That sounds like somebody got that wonder level all the way up to 4. If I recall correctly, I think it was that Great Mosque of Mecca is what became level 4. You're correct. It was the Great Mosque of Mecca. This is part of the historical buildings mod, which includes the Kaaba, you know, the most sacred site in Islam, which is considered by the Muslims to be the house of God, and every Muslim has to visit it once in their lifetime when they go on the Hajj pilgrimage. Alright, now, once we get into battle, you better come in and assist us. Because we're here to rescue you. He'll be one for learning. Oh hell, we have to move in now. Or intercept them in the desert, but that would also... Again, has the mountains advantage. The battle will begin on the 22nd, but we'll be there on the 15th. Okay. Well, we could stop him since we have since we have more troops. Watch. He'll stop. Told you. Because we need everybody here. Don't rush it. Why haven't you... At least we're liberating... At least they're liberating territories. Oh no, there'll be no river crossing penalty here. But we'll take a penalty in desert, so... Wait for the movement to be locked on the 28th of January. And then we'll move in and get rid of them, if we can. Beat them. Oh, damn it, this way. They split off a bit of their troops. Won't make much of a difference. Ah. Playing tricks on me. Let's go. Don't care. Move in. ready to take him out. Wish we had holy wars with us, but I highly doubt there are any. A Tamil dualist Manichaean. Okay, you're coming in. And you're a member of, you're not a member of any society. You're not even a fighter's guild. But you serve to one of the nomadic clans up there. Your place is not up here. Your place is with us. You may be a heretic, but you will serve Sogdiana. We hope we could put your skills to use. Okay, the one who's going to be married to Korush in the future. Ideally, it's like behind every genius man should be a great woman, so I suggest you go for thrift. They call him Shok the Unlucky. Honestly, educator should be him. He's a money man. I don't want him in the front lines just yet. Good, you're here just in time. Because we don't have that many good commanders these days. We'll place our worst one with the better. And we can't invite too many people here because, well, there's some room here, it's just, I thought we would almost have no room. Yeah, we may not like me because we don't have a lot of things in common, and you call me heretic, but I call you fellow warrior. We'll take a penalty in the desert combat. Well, he gets an advantage in the desert combat. We don't get any penalty. Well, we're going to do what we can. Wheat field is finally done. I'll periodically receive ducats or trade goods for long as I'm its lord. 15 gold? But the League won't see a single of my ducats, so little money is good money. That would mean antagonizing the Great Trade League would prevent me from joining or hiring a trade master, which I don't care, I'm a member of the Fighters Guild. That's only for this character's lifetime, mind you. They're coming to assist us in case if we take too many losses, but no, we got this handled. Just liberate your territories. Just a minute. Alright, it's too many of you here. You can retake Nishapur. We'll go up here and finish what you were doing. Not the Sharak we know of. And of course, there's a bunch of raiders up here. Matter of fact, they have been raiding. Nishapur is the home of that Zoroastrian holy site there. You got yourself some mercenaries. Good. We'll be fighting against them soon. Even though they reinforce pretty fast. I can lose arbitrary, so I won't be frowned upon to some people, but instead, I just continue my combat skill. Just when I was asked for training, it's time to fight. Now it's time for training. Svania. Well, what is it? I would like to be more kind these days. That's what I would like to be. Oh, they're going for toots. Stop them. If will take more penalty, but we'll still have more troops. But the mountains could definitely help them out. If the Karen Satrapy is willing to help us too. Will you support us? Yes, they're coming to support us. There's enough room for all of us. Sogdian veteran. These are what we need more of these days. Some of our best commanders were veterans on the battle. %65 war score. Finish your siege. We'll hold here. But too bad we can't deal with these raiders. They're going to be wreaking havoc over the Fergana and Kashgar regions. Once this war ends, troops go home, and then we'll end the episode here. I guess you would have to go find it. You know, want to be a responsible parent. If Toy Cutters was crying about us going through a trance, he's not satisfied because it smells. Well, he's fussy. But he did gain the other thing. There he is. That's the one I wanted. I mean, yeah, you may have a title claimant and you may not like me because I'm a bad lunatic. Yes, I may be a mad Shah, but at least I have the military skill. Harvest the frog. What are you up to? Hey, you don't kill my wife, you're going to prison. But instead, he fled down there. Howard. I am no longer arbitrary, so maybe vassals will respect me a bit more, despite the fact that we kicked the Jews out of here, but it was for monetary reasons, for levy maintenance. Upkeep, there you go, that's the word you're looking for. At least we can attack them head on. I go into Dihistan. That's all desert. But if we come down there, we'll take a river crossing penalty. There's a lot of rivers in this region up in northern Iran. Khorasan region, we should say. Married to my aunt. I was about to say, are you the new ruler of Kashgar over there? Yes, you are. Make you spy master. You're quick-minded. You and I are going to get along. We'll try to win one more battle while you retake one more holding. This is going to kill a lot of us, but do not worry. It'll be worth it. They're going to be coming to assist us if we can defeat these guys as much as we can. They'll be here on the 16th, so we got a month long. It's going to be a one long month. But no, I think we got the best of them. We don't need Karen's help. Going after Bula, who's already severely injured. Yep, I got him, even though he's already severely injured. Why aren't you begging for mercy? Be dead. There you go, 100%. Now, we must go home. Because they're raiding the heck out of this region. All you need is a loyalist advisor, which will be the mayor of Samarkand. they've completed destroyed a city in Vergana. Yeah, Vergana County. They just destroyed a city because they didn't have enough defenses. That's how that happens. When you don't have enough buildings inside of that holding, and that stuff will get destroyed before, anything worse, occurs. Hell, don't let them destroy Kiva. It's the Pechenegs, which one day we will have to deal with them. I mean, don't worry, we have good levy reinforcements if we were to reassemble again, but right now we're taking a bit of losses of attrition because we've been outside from our borders for long, and also desert country, which doesn't do us any favors. No, not appropriate. She's married to my youngest brother. And boy, we're making a lot of good money. Save the wheat. Okay, there. So all we have to do for now is wait for reinforcements, as the raiders are going to be leaving soon, while they continue to wreak havoc, because by the time we get our troops assembled, they'll loot and they're going to be leaving as well. So, yeah, that's a lot of problems. And we hope there ain't going to be any more problems regarding Sogdiana, with its very slow expansion thanks to our Buddhist vassals as well as their Tengri friends of theirs. So, in the next episode, we'll continue to watch Korush grow up with great interest, as Darya, the other one, has Parthian blood, whereas he doesn't. So that way, their children will be able to inherit the Parthian bloodline, which would definitely help out future generations to come under this elective succession in Sogdiana. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. Until then, so long for now.